Hi everyone, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel, and if you have not been here before, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel today. It is that time of month again. We are back at the goal planning for the next month. I'm actually going to have two videos. So the first one is going to be my spring refresh goals. So if you are not familiar with the Cultivate What That Matters planner, PowerSheets, every 3 months you get a goal refresh. So at the beginning you have a chance to look at your goals, see what you want them to be, and that's what you do pretty much for January, February, and March. You work off those original goals, and then they give you a spring refresh. So basically, you can either reword your goals, you can keep them the same, you can change them, you can get rid of them, you can do whatever your heart desires. So I won't really be changing them too much for myself. If you are curious as to my other goals and my Cultivate What Matters PowerSheets videos, I will leave them at the very end of this video so you can check that out. The first thing we need to do before we do anything is review March. So this is what my attending list looks like. As you can see, these are not completed. March technically has 5 weeks if I were to include the very last few days as the last week of March, but I've decided to include it in April. So just kind of the way I set up my bullet journal and my planner and stuff. And it'll just be these 2 weeks, but technically we're on the 3rd week already. So today is March 18th, but I need to film this video in order to be able to have time to edit it and then post it for Wednesday and Friday of next week. So again, a lot of these things, some of them are filled out because they're not reachable this month, and that's why they're a goal. So if you make progress on it, great. And if you don't, well, it's not the end of the world. That's why it's a goal. It's meant to be worked toward. So in saying that, there are some items on here that are a specific date, like an OBGYN appointment. It's a specific date for March 25th. So that won't actually be crossed off until that date. The next upcoming month, I think I still put my OBGYN appointments as a monthly goal, but I'm going to split the progress bar up into like 5 or 6 little spots because I will have multiple appointments because I'll have one every week. So that is what I'll be doing there. So far, you know what? I haven't been doing too bad. So the things that basically aren't going to be happening for sure, the glasses and contacts, it very well might be. I'm just waiting for some money to be able to buy them and then use our healthcare plan to get the money back. But obviously the March, April PowerSheets, well, that will be crossed off tomorrow. So as for the weekly tasks, I'm doing pretty good. The creative journaling isn't going to be done this week only because I've got so many other videos to edit and so much going on. So it looks a little empty right now, but it is because it is the 18th of March and we haven't even finished, like we've just basically passed half the month. And looking at my history here, I've been doing pretty good. I didn't actually think I would be getting 8 hours plus sleep a night, but right now my body physically won't wake up, so I can't help it. So it's kind of like a biological thing. I can't get up any earlier. It is what it is. So I'm actually pretty happy with the way things have been going. And what we're going to do is the month in review. So this is how I usually work it. I'm going to go ahead and write everything out and then we'll talk about it a little bit after. So if we're going to talk about this, obviously what's on everybody's mind right now, the unmentionable, this is going to come into this basically. You can't really help but discuss it because it's part of our lives right now. So this month, I'm especially grateful for my health and not being sick. That being said, I don't know what the future holds. Nobody really does at this point. So far, everything is great, and I feel great except for being tired all the time. I don't have an appetite anymore. I don't want to eat because I'm just too full and big to eat right now. Like, baby is taking up all of the room in my stomach. So other than that, I've got no complications. My blood pressure is great, so I've got no worries on that front, as long as I can manage to, keep clean and wash my hands and I guess stay away from everybody. Moving on. Goals that are growing well. So getting ready for the baby. So we had the shower. It was sort of successful. And what I mean by that is when I've had my first child, I did not have a baby shower. I don't expect baby showers. And this is my personal feeling about a baby shower, is that I felt guilty. I felt guilty because it's basically a person asking for free baby stuff. And everyone has their own opinion about this, but I still felt guilty. Even once I had the shower, and circumstances being what they may, I didn't have one for other reasons than just being guilty the first time. My circumstances just, I couldn't have one. But this one, it kind of let me down a little bit because I had a baby shower, I had registries, and a lot of the stuff in my registry wasn't purchased. So I think the point of it is to say, well, this is what I need. And when you don't get what you need, it's a little frustrating. So now I've got like 5 weeks left and I've got to figure out the necessities of what I actually need. And that part was frustrating. The nursery is not ready, but we do have a few more things than we had before. And now we're thinking about putting in flooring before we set up the crib, etc., etc. So that's kind of hampering my getting the nursery ready. So, and again, I don't really have a nursery per se. It's not just a baby's room. This is also my office. So I've got to figure out what my filming schedule is going to look like once baby arrives and how that's going to work. So keeping the house clean, this is going really, really well, especially now. Everything is being sanitized, wiped down, cleaned, not every day, but more often than we would have before. And relationships. So this one is hard right now. So the past 2 weeks before basically this whole virus hit the fan was I did start, I guess, talking more with my family, and things have been going really well in that direction. But now that we have this social distancing, I know that forms of social media and, calling somebody is still fine. Like, we can still do that, but I'd rather get together with people. So for now, this is kind of on hold, which is what it is. Someone I'm grateful for and why, I'm leaving them blank because it's always the same. It's going to be my family. If it's not Chad, if it's not Connor, if it's not my mom or my sister, I've already written that like 2 or 3 times. I'm not writing it anymore. Grateful for my family. That's good enough. I'm choosing grace over guilt about getting more sleep, which means getting less done. And also thinking about posting less once baby arrives. So currently I post 4 times a week, and I don't know how things are going to go. I'm still debating whether or not to take time off once the baby arrives, and I'm assuming that you guys will be okay with that because I'll have a new baby. So I'm going to need some time to figure things out, get everybody, I guess, established and comfortable, and finally find a routine once that happens. So I'll still be posting, and I'm hopefully going to have enough videos to cover that break. So I'm going to see what I can manage there, but if I do decide to take a break, I will for sure let you know. And progress I'm celebrating. I got my first ever massage. I actually did get 2 massages this month, and I did get the prenatal massage. So I had like the cushions for like the belly and stuff. And it was interesting. I was really afraid because I've never had anybody touch me before. I'm a huge touchy-feely person when it comes to people I love and my family. But when it comes to strangers, you don't really want people touching you. and I thought it was going to be weird, but actually it was kind of cool. And I felt the first massage I didn't really feel relaxed, but the second one I really did. It felt way more comfortable, and it was nice. And then also I've kept up with my appointments. Obviously everything's good, I'm healthy, baby's doing great, and she is on the big side, so we'll see how that goes. And a favorite memory from this month is my first massage. Good lesson I learned not to pressure myself on anything right now. Basically, I think the most important thing for me to do is to treat myself, as in not necessarily treat myself like go and buy myself tons of stuff, but you know, get my sleep, eat healthy, just pay attention to my body when I need it. I'm saying no to social media. So right now, I personally think that social media is going to be great for people who are stuck inside and stuck at home with nothing else to do but watch social media. So for any newcomers to my channel, hi, first of all, and I'm very thankful to have you. I hope that I can entertain you to some extent. If there's anything you'd like to see, let me know and I'll try to get that done before the baby comes. My biggest thing is I wasn't panicking at all. And then I made the mistake of reading stuff on Facebook. Huge no. Like, I'm not doing it. I can't. So when you hear stuff about toilet paper being sold out and you can't even get toilet paper for what you need, like, what are we coming to? Like, I have an opinion on this. I'm going to try to keep it to myself, but I mean, I think people are panicking and it's scaring everybody, and now everybody else is panicking because they can't get the supplies they need. I'm trying not to watch the news. I don't watch the news. Anything important that comes my way, it's usually from my mom. I'm not reading Facebook anymore. Like, I just can't. I have to shut it down because especially where I'm at right now, you know, being 36 weeks pregnant and expecting a baby and then going to these doctor's appointments, and I'm not especially worried about the virus in particular. I've been keeping my hands washed, I've carry sanitizer everywhere, and I maintain distance from people, so I'm not overly cautious. Like, I'm not staying inside, I'm not secluding myself, and I'm not reading into the panic, but I'm still being safe, which is what everybody should be doing. And I am saying yes to relaxing and sleeping when I need to. So again, it comes into me getting my 9 to 11 hours sleep at night, which is crazy. But technically, I guess I don't really get that because I wake up to go to the washroom like 3 or 4 times a night. So it might average out more like 5, 6, 7 hours of sleep a night. It is what it is. So that's my review for March. And again, so I feel like this is kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but I can't wait until the end because I do need time to edit. I've got a lot of videos that need to be edited. So we are going to jump into the spring goals. I really like this, but I do kind of wish it had room for the writing out the ideas for each goal. But I already know what kind of page I'm on. I know where I want to go with this. So personally, I don't think I need all of that brainstorming room. But first of all, this is called Clear the Clutter Checklist. And there's different types of clutter in our lives right now. So there's internet clutter, which I basically mean like anything on social media. Physical clutter, which is stuff in my house, in my garage, stuff like that. Heart clutter. This one honestly doesn't really pertain to me because it says 3 purpose-filled things to do when I feel lost in the comparison trap. I've really been good at not comparing myself to anybody. I am who I am, and I've come to terms with that, and I've accepted that, and if you don't like me, then that's fine. I'm not comparing myself to anybody because I'm not anybody else. I'm me. I might write something here because I do have a couple of like ideas, but it doesn't really pertain to me because I don't compare. Decision clutter. This stuff I do have some ideas on, but I can easily say, okay, I'm making this decision here and now, but the problem is following through. So that's my problem. So I'm going to go ahead, quickly fill this out, then we're going to move on. Okay, so we're gonna look at this, but I'm not really gonna talk about it too much. So one of my biggest pet peeves is like, you know, when you're in a store or you're on a website and you sign up, like you hit the subscribe button and you don't really mean to, or, you know, it's just one of those things and then you end up getting like 500 emails every day. That's me again. So I think it was 6 months ago I unsubscribed from a whole bunch of emailing, like emails and stuff, and I have to do that again. So that's going to be one of the things that I need to do. I'm going to turn off notifications that distract me. That kind of comes with having my new phone. So I noticed that a lot of my apps were doing that. So I've kind of started doing that already. And the other thing that really drives me nuts is, you guys, I don't have a huge following myself, but I was told that one of the things about YouTube is that keep to a regular schedule. So it doesn't matter if you post, you know, 4 times a week or twice a week or once a week, as long as you do it regularly. So I've been looking at some of the channels that I subscribe to, and a lot of the channels I subscribe to are people that I really love. Even if they posted a video once a week, I'm still going to keep following them because I like their content. I like what they have to say. And other people I wanted to support because it was like a mutual, I wanted to support them. But there are others that, you know, they say they're going to post and they've got all these awesome ideas, and then either they have no posts at all, or they posted, like the last time they posted was like 7 months ago. So I can't be on a channel and watch you if you have no videos, and it's not going to keep people's interest and people are going to leave. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves, and I've already done this because it's driving me nuts. I have a lot of clutter on my YouTube channel because I've got all these people I was subscribed to and then they weren't posting anything. So what's the point? So that is kind of a big thing, kind of like a huge pet peeve for me. Physical clutter. The only 2 that I can think of off the top of my head is pretty much the garage, which is already clean because I had to clean it in order to put my vehicle in last spring, and my clothes. So like once the warm weather hits, my winter clothes are going to be put away and I'm going to bring out all my summer clothes. Those are the 2 biggest things right now for like pretty much a spring declutter, because we've already kept up with all of the chores around the house, all the house cleaning. I make it a weekly thing to do at least one large task item. So like next week is basically cleaning out the fridge, cleaning out the pantry, and maybe going through my son's toys again, but I do that kind of regularly, so not a huge deal. The heart clutter, I'm not stopping social media. By that I mean I'm not going to sit there and mindlessly browse Instagram or mindlessly browse Facebook, because I end up looking into the negative stuff and I'm not doing that anymore. If there is anything that comes up, journaling helps me tremendously. The decision clutter, I'm going to stop panicking about this virus and just play it safe. So not even necessarily not going out in public. I still have to go get groceries for my kid, and I still need to get stuff, so that's not really an option. But I'm sure going to wash my hands when I come home. I'm sure going to make sure I have hand sanitizer on me at all times. So I'm just going to play it safe. I'm not going to drive myself to the brink of mental destruction because everybody else is. I'm going to make sure I wash my hands a lot more. I'm going to stop reading into this social media panic about this whole pandemic. I'm not going to read Facebook anymore. I'm done with it. I'm done hearing people talk about it, because right now that's all people talk about, and I think people need some positivity right now too. And I'm aiming to get more work done on my channel and around the house. So because I'm going to blame the pregnancy and how much I've been sleeping, I have gotten really super lazy and I don't even want to clean the bathroom anymore. So I need to work on that. My social media statement is I'm going to use social media for good. I'm going to increase my productivity and use it for brainstorming ideas for my bullet journal, for my planning system. And I also enjoy posting pictures of my family on Facebook for family members who live far away and they can't always see us. I'm not focusing on the negative BS anymore. So now this is the goal refresh, kind of getting into it. And this is kind of rating each of these areas in your life of where you think you stand. I've already kind of looked at this, and I think for me, a lot of this has improved from the last time. I guess maybe what I'll do is flip through after, like I'll quickly write it out, flip through after, kind of compare the first goals that I did to this one, and then we'll see how it compares. Now I'm going to quickly flip back and I'm going to compare how I rated my first set of kind of ratings. And I didn't show the first one on camera. I don't think I'm going to show it right now, but I'll talk about how it's changed. So the first one, health, before I gave it a rating of 7, this time I'm giving it a rating of 8. So I think the reason why I feel a bit more positive about it is because I have been focusing on my health, and especially I guess because I'm pregnant. But basically I went to my cleaning for my dentist appointment. In one of my videos I talked about how I panic when I go to the dentist. So I still have an unfortunate appointment to look forward to, which is the checkup, and I know I basically have problems with all of my teeth. I've probably got to get a few root canals, I need a few crowns, and kind of money is an issue with those because those are big ticket items. And I'm trying not to worry about that right now. Pregnancy as well, my gums have been a little bit sore, my teeth sporadically hurt, so I don't know if it's a problem or if it's just because the hormones and like baby and stuff like that. So I gotta wait until I give birth and then figure out from there. But I'm thinking like I'll be getting my glasses and contacts, which I'm really excited for. I've been wanting a pair of glasses for such a long time. So I think I gave it a better rating because there has been growth. I have been focusing on it more. For friends, I had rated it a 4 going to a 3. So this time it's a 3 because, to be completely honest, my friends that I used to have no longer been a part of my life recently, due to unexpected events. And also I've been depending on my family. I feel like I've been so busy, and I know this is so blasphemous to say, but I don't have time for friends right now. And also kind of where I'm at with the baby situation, I'm older, and my friends right now that are my age are not having babies. Like, they're done that, they've been there, done that, and we're not on the same page anymore. So basically I have nothing in common with any of my friends. And the one friend that was having a baby or did have a baby, she moved away. So the unfortunate thing is that yes, you need friends. I'm not saying that that's not something that you need, but right now, honestly, I'd be sleeping. I'd probably make a friend date and I'd probably fall asleep. And I'm not joking and I'm not lying here. So in the meantime, family plays a big role there. And as well with my boyfriend, this doesn't mean boyfriend, that means best friend. So he is my best friend. I don't want to say we do everything together, but I guess I basically do, because with him and my son and myself, they're like my crew, you know, like they're my people, they're my peeps. I hang out with them the most, and our relationship has just improved. Like, I kind of thought that when I was pregnant, I might have, you know, hormonal experiences where I'd get really snappy. And it kind of started happening last week, where I, you know, if someone looks at me the wrong way, I'm like, you know, back off. But to him, I haven't really been, and we're okay together and everything is great. We've got great communication. So that has definitely improved. Family has improved as well. Yeah, so this one went from 8 to a 9. Family went from a 4 to a 6 because there's a lot more socialization going on, a lot more communication. And I've been depending on my family a lot more as well for help with the baby stuff. My mom's great. Like, she's going to help me prepare meals and clean the house. And my sister hosted the baby shower, which was so wonderful of her. Despite that it didn't go exactly the way I had planned, she put a lot of money and a lot of effort into it, which I'm very grateful for. Finances, last time I gave it a 2 or a 3, and technically I still think it needs to be at a 2 or a 3, but we're very thankful right now because Chad still has his job, and that looks like he won't be getting like laid off or let go in anytime soon or at all. So that is kind of like a positive thing, because I know a lot of people are having trouble there right now, and we do have a lot of debt together, and he's helping me out and I'm helping him out with like budgeting and stuff, so we're kind of helping each other, I guess, which is what you do in a relationship. And I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, so that's why I gave it, I think I'm feeling more positive towards it. Personal growth, I gave it a 4 or 5 before I said I'm learning new things and I've met new people and I'm learning to appreciate and respect other people's opinions. But right now I haven't really been focusing on my channel as much, and I think my biggest growth is when I do speak to new people, get new ideas, and learning and creative journaling and stuff like that, and I haven't really been focusing on that. So this has kind of been put on a back burner, so I didn't even give it a rating. I don't even feel comfortable giving it a rating right now because I'm just not there. Work, it was at a 6 and now it's at a 5 because I feel unfocused and tired, and I feel like I'm slacking a little bit. I'm maintaining my quota, like what I want to get uploaded and posted and the things I need to like have to do, but stuff that I want to do I've been just kind of slouching and putting it on the back burner, and I want to pick up the pace. I mean, I know that things are going to be changing drastically in a couple of weeks, so I have to figure that out for myself and for you guys, because I want to keep you. I want you to stay with me. I don't want you to leave because I'm not posting, but I feel like I have a valid reason. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how I'm going to feel. So that's going to be interesting to try to find a new routine once the baby comes. Recreation, I had it at a 3 or a 4. So we used to go out once a week, and now I have it at a 3, and it should basically become a 2 because baby's coming. I'm gonna be stuck at home. We have no money to go out and have fancy dinners or fancy excursions anyway, and everything's closed because of what's going on right now, and we have to practice social distancing, and I'm also tired. So all of those things combine to make this like even a 1 or 2. So recreation, I could go for a walk, but I'm so tired. I don't even want to go for a walk. And even if I'm walking around a grocery store, I start to get cramps right away and it hurts so bad. So I have to take it easy, go very, very slow. A half-hour grocery shop might turn into an hour and a half, which is ridiculous, but what can I do? I'm not going to force myself and go into early labor because I'm in a rush. So anyway, this is something that like I didn't share this last time, and I was thinking about not sharing it this time, but I'm glad I did, because some of the things have improved, some of them have not improved, and they've gotten worse. And that just means there's more room to focus on those items. So going forward, once the baby comes and we fall into a regular routine again, I'm going to try to get back my focus, and hopefully things will move along nicely. So on to the very last page. Like the biggest thing I'm excited about here is like using these stickers to change my colors. And also, just as a side note, I have been using my Zebra Mildliner highlighters to cross off any of my goals, like on my action item list. These are what I use to color code in little bars. And so basically what I've done here is I've picked a different color that matches all of these colors. So whichever color I use of stickers, I'll just use, like, I'll color code the markers to match. And I think I'm going to change the colors, because if I go back to my previous goals, and again, keep in mind that these goals haven't changed too much. I think I kind of put them in different spots, if that makes sense. So the first one, like I kind of talked a bit more about each one, but the first one was mental health, physical health, family bonds with Chad and Connor, relationships with my mom and sister and aunts, prepare for baby's arrival, work on my channel, organize and clean house, and then my budgeting and planning system. We're going to rewrite the goals, I think, not like reinvent them, if that makes sense. So before we go there, there's actually one thing I missed on this page. So it says my word for the next 3 months. I've actually got 2 words, and They are refresh and focus. By refresh, I mean just kind of get a new take on life. I think this is going to be after baby's arrival. I need to find focus as well because I've lost it. I've lost my drive because I'm just so tired all the time. So that'll be for the next 3 months, and those are going to be my words that I'm going to focus on. So again, I'm going to go ahead, rewrite out my goals, and we'll quickly chat about them after, and that will be the end of this video. I went ahead and added my little tags for these goals. So they have changed compared to the previous goals. We're just going to go back and look at them if I can find them. Okay. Actually, you know what? They haven't changed that much. That's actually funny because I wanted to completely change them up. But yeah, so mental health is still yellow. Physical health is still that peach color. Family is still the same color. So this is where it went different because I didn't use this like red color because it was so similar to this one. Preparing for baby is like that bright red. Focusing on baby and health is pink, when this one was blue before. Work, so YouTube channel, is light blue. Dark blue is clean house, and then this teal color, light teal color, is maintaining my planning system. So I'm just gonna have to focus on that when I go ahead and do my action items for April, which will be in the next video. So this will be posted on Wednesday of next week, and then the action items for April will be posted on the following Friday. So if I quickly review this, what I did, so because I didn't have the actual idea page behind each, so basically before, like, each goal had its own page that you could write out tons of brainstorming ideas, I just kind of quickly brainstormed a few things below each item. So mental health, these are all the things I want to make time for. So if I don't feel like doing anything, like anything that involves mind work, I'm going to bring out my adult coloring books and just color. Even if that means like baby is sleeping for a little bit and I just want to, maybe I'm not sleepy and I just want to sit there and color, I'm going to try to do that. Anything that kind of relieves stress and makes me feel better is what I want to focus on if I get time, because I know it's going to be hard when like breaking into this new schedule. Physical health, and again, because this covers the next 3 months, I'm mostly talking about once the baby arrives, but it also still includes like the next couple of weeks as well. So physical health, when the baby comes, I need to be drinking a lot of water because I want to increase my milk supply, and they say that the more hydrated you are, generally the more supply, like larger supply of milk you'll have. Also making sure my immune system is healthy and like really up there so I don't get sick, and just maintaining like all of the stuff I'm still working on, like prenatals and going to the dentist and getting my contacts and glasses, that kind of thing. And once baby comes, hopefully my energy will return and I can start taking baby for walks. Family, so each person has like a different thing, but I did group everybody together because family is like kind of everybody. So Chad, keep up communication and increase intimacy. Connor, exercise and teach, especially now because I feel like I'll be homeschooling my son and the kids are out of school indefinitely right now. We don't know when they'll be back. There's been no word on that. So indefinitely could mean 2 weeks, could mean 3 weeks, could mean 2 weeks after spring break, or it could mean until the end of the year. my mom and sister, talking more with them, sharing meals and help me make meals when the baby comes or before that, and visiting with them if that's possible right now, and getting together with my aunts again when it is possible to do so. Preparing for baby, so still looking for flooring. This is going to be a really heavy-duty chore, a heavy-duty task, because I've got a lot of heavy furniture, basically where we need to put the flooring, which is all upstairs, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. So I don't know how it's going to be accomplished, especially with me kind of out of the picture of lifting heavy stuff. So yeah. And before I can get the crib set up, the floors have to come first. And then I put blankets, but I basically mean anything that I have for baby. So once everything is back in place, once the floors are in, I want to reorganize everything. Everything is going to have to go back on the shelves. I'm going to have to be pulling all the drawers out. So it's just going to be a big mess before it gets any better. Preparing food, organizing, cleaning, packing, pack my hospital bag. That's a big one. And I do want to take a video or kind of like a vlog of me packing my diaper bag. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. And also getting paperwork from the doctor. So I'm kind of afraid that my OBGYN might start canceling appointments. I called today and they're trying to move the appointments up. The one that I made was made for a reason. So I don't know if, like, hopefully they won't cancel on prenatals. I don't know if they will or not. Focusing on baby and health. So this is basically once the baby comes, just figuring out some kind of schedule, keep up with the little appointments that we have, because they've got different appointments now for like hearing and blood work, for shots, like all that kind of thing, and new routine for work. So figuring out a schedule. I'm not sure again if I'll be posting the same amount of time, and figuring out what works best for me, and just kind of developing a routine again. Cleaning house, so again, sanitizing comes in here, spring cleaning and organizing. And again, just maintaining my planning system. So how it works is I use my goal planning to set my goals, and then I break those goals down into mini tasks, which you'll see in my action items. I transfer that to my Erin Condren. A lot of that work stuff goes into my happy planner and then into my bullet journal. So I have this rolling system and it works for me right now. It's kind of a lot to maintain. I actually spent, I think it was like 2 hours stickering my happy planner today for the next week or two, and it took a while. So, I mean, it's worth it in the end, but I've been not focusing on my channel as much. So now I'm like, is it worth it? How much am I going to do when the baby comes? I don't know. So we're just going to play it day by day. And also maintaining my Erin Condren bullet journal weekly plan with me, which I enjoy and I still need to do because my life doesn't end just because the coronavirus is here. And the bullet journal monthly plan with me. So again, I will have April up on Monday, so that actually will be posted before this. If you're curious, when I post this video, I will link that video in case you want to check it out. And also budgeting each week and month. So every Thursday we get paid. I just kind of look at the budget and try to figure out where everything needs to go. So that's it for my spring goal refresh. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some insight as to how to use this goal planning system. There's a lot of prep work involved when you first start, but I'm definitely going to be getting this again next year because it has helped me reach my goals and focus more. I'm one of those people that really need, especially now that I'm pregnant, I need to write stuff down to remember it. And this has helped me break some of my bigger objectives down into smaller tasks. And I didn't really know how to do that before on my own. And I'm just really grateful for this system. So yeah, it works well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here, I'd love if you subscribed. And please don't forget to hit that bell notification so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. I will have the April action items posted in a couple of days, so keep tuned for that video. We will talk to you all very soon. Take care.